Hello and welcome to Wisdom Included. I'm Shelley Carney. This is a collaborative gathering place, especially for women to share personal stories, support, and advice, wisdom included. There were 4 nonprofit organizations represented at the Women of Light Convention. One of them was Steelbridge, which offers assistance in recovery and a return to self-sufficiency. I met the director of the women's program, Ocie Trammel, and spoke with her about her mission. Hi, I'm Shelley Carney with Wisdom Included, and today I'm at the Albuquerque Convention Center for the Women of Light Convention, and I'm speaking with
Ocie Trammel.
Ocie, tell us your story.
My story is that I ended up here from the church, God's Way Community Church. I was the church administrator for about 13 years. I always knew I had a calling on my life, to work with women. The women from the program used to go to the church, and eventually I just found myself just talking to them more, being intrigued about the program, and just wanting to serve. And eventually my pastor told me to go over and apply for the job, and I did get the job. And so I moved up from a supervisor to secretary, and now I am the director of the women's program of Steelbridge Ministries.
Tell us a little bit about Steelbridge and what they do for women.
Steelbridge houses at least 26 ladies. The program is 18 to 24 months. The women can come from all walks of life. They can come from the streets. They can come from jail, from prison, or just a woman who wants to get herself together. And what we do is we bring them into the program and we kind of, give them skills, give them the resources that they need to get back out there, to help build their confidence so they can get back out there and better themselves, get a better job, and, go back to school and kind of conquer those dreams that they started out before they started having a drug problem or whatever made them fall off.
Are there any one specific success story that you'd like to share today?
Probably the biggest one would have to be Santana. Santana is one of the ladies. She actually works for Steelbridge right now. She's in security, and she was a young lady, probably about, I want to say about 21 or so at the time. She came and she was just like, didn't really have a chance in life. She came, got her self-esteem built up. Just changed her whole life. Stopped doing drugs. Started going to probation and the things that she needed to accomplish in order for her to move forward. And now she's there. She's actually not just working there, but she's actually teaching classes there with the women. And so the reason why I find her story such a big success is because she was just so rebellious. And it was really hard for her to move forward. So once she got a glimpse of not being so rebellious and listen to authority, she was able to accomplish so many things. Right now, she's also in school getting her diploma for high school, and she's working on her degree all at the same time. So she should graduate about this time next year. So I think that that's a pretty good success for her, coming from not having any self-esteem, not feeling loved, not feeling good about herself at all. And all those things now that she's accomplishing and setting goals. And she's a big light for the ladies that are in the program right now.
So what do you think is one of the most important things about coming to an event like this, a convention or a ladies networking event?
I think the biggest thing is that networking. There's a lot of us that are here in Albuquerque. We don't know each other. We don't know what the other facilities provide or anything like that. So I think us coming here and seeing all the other booths, all the ladies, everybody, women empowering women, women trying to get their own businesses and things like that. So I think the motivation that's here, the encouragement that's here, and basically just all the women just help empowering one another.
What do you think is one of the biggest challenges or difficulties in attending something like this?
In attending something like this, what is the biggest challenge? I think maybe Elizabeth Smart's story. A lot of us have, whether we know it or not, a lot of us have a similar story, to hers. Maybe not as deep, but a lot of us have a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that we've been through. And I think hearing her story and hearing how she became actually, a hero for, ladies who been in that situation, or just me myself, just being 51 years old, and for her to get out and share her story and for her to be where she is now, that's probably one of the biggest accomplishments I've seen here. Yeah.
So we've talked a little bit about Elizabeth. She's one of the main speakers at this event. What do you think is the most important thing about seeing the speakers in person?
I think the most important thing about seeing her in person, is that she didn't give up. She didn't walk around in shame. She overcame what she had been through, and I think that that's a lot of women. We all carry a whole bunch of different things. We've all been through things that we don't even want to talk about. But I think her overcoming her situation, her story, that whole life that she had lived, I think that that's probably the biggest, a powerful testimony, basically.
Great. And what would you change or add to the event today?
What would I change or add? Probably may add bringing more the ladies from the program, so they can actually see, especially Elizabeth Smart, the ladies working together, all of us here as a team, coming together to help build one another up. And I think ladies need to see that, coming from the lifestyle that a lot of them have lived. They've been hurt by other women. They've been just taken advantage of, by other women and men and things like that. So I think that us all pulling together as one, uniting, doesn't matter what color you are or where you came from, I think that's probably one of the biggest things. And that's what we're trying to teach the women over at Steelbridge as well.
And how would people find out more about Steelbridge? Are you online?
They can go to mysteelbridge.org on the internet. Yes, and it should pop up.
Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
All right.
And telling us about Steelbridge.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
And for Wisdom Included, here at the Albuquerque Convention Center for Women of Light, I'm Shelley Carney. As Ocie Trammel tells us, it is important for us to gather and share our stories so we can feel encouraged and supported and move forward in our lives. To find out more about Steelbridge, visit their website at mysteelbridge.org, and I've put that link in the description. Leave a comment below if you remember a time when your support group helped you through a difficult time, and tell me your story. If this is your first time here, please take a moment to subscribe. I'll continue to post new videos several times each week featuring personal stories, support, and advice, wisdom included.